I've got a very short PowerPoint here to demonstrate with. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to insert some audio. I've got a file ready. I'm going to insert this one. And it doesn't really matter where you put it because as you'll see later, we're going to hide it so that it's not visible. Now I can see audio format and playback up here. Let me click on playback. I want it to play across slides and I'm going to have it start automatically. So it's going to start automatically, it's going to play across slides, and I want it to hide during the show. This way, you're not going to see this little image when you're showing the show. Now we can go back to slideshow, and now we are ready to record our slideshow. You see a very different looking screen now. You can see the highlighters at the bottom. You see a record button at the top. You can turn on or off the camera and the mic. Right now the camera is on, which is why my little picture is on at the bottom. Let's get started. All right, so here is my first slide. I can click to move on. You see the transition. You see another transition and some animations. One thing to watch is to be sure that you don't talk during the transition because it's only recording when you're on a specific slide. That's it. We're done. We can click stop to stop it or click end show because when the show ends, the recording ends. Now we've done our recording. You can see there's the picture at the bottom. If I decide I want to move that, I can. It moves slide by slide. If we go to the next one, I decide, well, I'd really just have this much smaller. I can make it really tiny so it's hardly noticeable. This one's okay. This one, maybe I again want to be tiny. And I'll make it small again. So now I have something that has some pictures of me and some not. And it's entirely up to you what you choose. If I want to see what it's going to look like, I can now click play from start. All right, so here's my first slide. I can click to move on, position. We've looked at the recording, it looks okay. Now it's time to export it and as a movie so that we can actually have an MP4. We go to File, we're going to choose Export, and then not a PDF, but let's call it an MP4. Okay, in this case, I've added recording. You can choose the presentation quality, internet quality, low quality. Let's keep it fairly high. We want to use recorded timings and narrations. This is important to have, otherwise the work we just did is not going to stay with it. And let's choose export. And there we are. Now we wait a few moments for it to actually export, and then we can take a look. Okay, we've got our MP4. I'm not going to play it again, but you can try it yourself. See how it works for you. It's actually simpler than you think. Good luck.